You want to move to Dubai but don't know where to go? These are the 7 best residential areas in Dubai you might want to consider when you come to Dubai, or you are already in Dubai and you're not sure, you want to move, you don't feel comfortable. Here are my favorite areas for expats to live in Dubai. First of all, before we get into the areas, obviously every area is different from each other and there is no perfect area for everyone. So there's no one size fits all because we all have different needs and expectations. For instance, as somebody who is in their early 20s, moves to Dubai, is looking for something different than somebody who has a family, kids, and is possibly a little bit older. So obviously make sure you pick the right area for you. These areas are all different and all of them have pros and cons. I will get into them. And yeah, so just make sure you pick the right area that fits your needs. First area is Dubai Hills. I think Dubai Hills is a great all-rounder because it offers a lot. It's in the middle of Dubai, so basically you're not far away from downtown DIFC, you're also not far away from Port Jumeirah or Marina. In both areas, depending on the traffic and the time, of course, but I would say in both areas around 25-30 minutes drive and you're good. Dubai Hills is a quite new residential area, perfect for everyone who likes it a little bit calmer and who likes a big park, likes greenery. So that's an area I would highly recommend families. There's a lot of families in Dubai Hills already, makes sense, of course. And you have a lot of different options. You can go for apartments, studio apartments, 2-3 bedroom apartments, townhouses, or even villas with pools. So Dubai Hills has a great selection of different apartments and accommodations. So I can't give a general recommendation when it comes to budget, but it's quite flexible. For studio apartments, you're looking around $1,000, $1,500 per month, depending on the studio. For 1-bedroom apartments, I would say it will set you back around $2,000 per month. And for townhouses and villas, it's around $4,000 to $5,000 per month and upwards, of course, depending on size. View, if you have park view, it's going to be more expensive, of course. So I think Dubai Hills has something to offer for almost everyone when it comes to budget. Another great aspect besides the location is the infrastructure. So Dubai Hills has quite a few nice restaurants, coffee shops, and the Dubai Hills Mall, which is for me the biggest plus in the whole area because it's the best mall in Dubai, in my opinion, because it's more like a residential mall. It's quite calm, but it has all the shops you need. Because if you compare it to Mall of Emirates or Dubai Mall, it's incredibly crowded. A lot of tourists go there, but you basically don't see any tourists in Dubai Hills Mall. So you can go shopping without the hassle and the big stress of a touristic mall like Dubai Hills or Emirates Mall. So highly recommend. And also the mall has a lot of restaurants and coffee shops as well. So yeah, you will probably find something. Italian restaurants, Chinese, local restaurants, whatever you're looking for, you will probably find in the Dubai Hills Mall. You also have a great hospital, the King's College Hospital, one of the best hospitals in Dubai. I've been there many times for certain injuries. I've heard other people go there and everybody had great experience there. It's a lot of international doctors speaking different languages and it is considered one of the best hospitals in Dubai. It's fully equipped, so it's basically you can go there for any illness or injury you might have. There's also a great school close by. It's called the GEMS School, the GEMS Wellington School. It's an international school and also considered one of the best schools in Dubai. So if you're looking for great education, starting from elementary school and high school, you will definitely find a good school there. It's certainly not one of the cheapest schools because it's one of the best. Keep that in mind that school fees vary depending on the grade, but usually $1,000 and upwards for high school. So overall, Dubai Hills is something I would recommend almost anyone. It's one of the greatest all-rounders when it comes to residential areas in Dubai. For some, it might be a little bit too calm. I like it personally, and especially a lot of families will like it, or professionals who prefer working from home in a quiet environment. So if you like that, then that's great. And also if you have a lot to do in Dubai, if you want to go from A to B, Dubai Hills is a great starting point because it's literally in the middle of Dubai. So it's not too far away from downtown, like I said, or Dubai Marina, Jebel Ali, Port Jumeirah, and basically the south of Dubai. Next area is quite new. Well, not so new anymore, but it's still one of the newer areas. It's called Dubai Creek Harbour and Dubai Creek Island, which is where I used to live. It's a very nice island, probably one of the best views in Dubai, especially if you like sunsets, because the sun sets directly behind the skyline of Dubai and you have the creek in front of you. So it's a very scenic place. You've probably seen some pictures. I will put some in the video. So basically looking at downtown, the skyline, the waterfront, and then you have beautiful sunsets. So it's very scenic. It can be quite crowded, especially at the weekend in the evenings, because a lot of people want to catch the sunsets. Some people even go there for taking pictures for their wedding. So yeah, it's quite beautiful. But during the week, it's quite calm, especially during the day. In the evening, there's a bit of a rush hour sometimes, but still, It's quite a nice place. It's close to Festival City Mall, only 10 minutes. It's a great mall. It's definitely not the best mall, but it's still a great mall. To the airport, only 15-20 minutes, and to downtown as well, 15-20 minutes, depending on the day and the time. The traffic, of course, but it's still quite a decent location. It also has a park and other great amenities and infrastructure, like a hospital, medical clinic just opened a new branch there. And it also has hotels, restaurants, supermarkets, some smaller shops, hairdressers, gyms, boxing gyms, yoga classes. So basically you have pretty much everything you need for everyday life in Dubai Creek Harbor. The only downside, you won't get a house or a villa there, so there's only apartments there. And as far as I'm concerned, no studio apartments as of now, so only 1 bedroom and up. So that's something you have to consider. It's definitely not the cheapest place. It's also not the most expensive place. It's, again, I would say a good all-rounder. Maybe it's a bit more lively than Dubai Hills, especially at the evening. So from my experience, I've seen a lot of families there, but also young professionals who are looking for a place that is quite close to downtown and to the airport. So yeah, another great area I can recommend. Next area is Emaar Beachfront, Miami Beach from Dubai. Basically a very similar concept. You have skyscrapers on a small strip of land, but directly between Palm Jumeirah and JBR. So it's a great location if you like the beachfront lifestyle. That's probably the biggest pro of this area. So you have direct beach access. It's a private beach. It's not public. So you will be there by your own and a handful of other residents. So whenever I've been there, because I have friends there, it was very quiet, and so you basically have the beach to yourself. Maybe that changes a bit in the future when other buildings are about to be finished and more people live there, but overall it's still quite quiet. The infrastructure is not so great. You have a couple of restaurants, coffee shops, and maybe a hairdresser, barber, but that's about it. So whenever you need something else, you need to drive. So keep that in mind. You also go by scooter to Dubai Marina. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. But overall, you definitely need a car or a taxi if you want to go somewhere and get some things done. Just like Dubai Creek Harbor, there are no houses or townhouses, only apartments. And it's basically for anyone who loves the beach, who loves to go to the beach on a daily basis and wants to have his own private beach. So yeah, if you want to have that, then it's a great area. It's definitely more expensive than the areas I've just mentioned, simply because of the limited space and the exclusivity. It's another master community, just like the other two from Emaar. So that's something you could want to consider. When it comes to quality, it's Emaar. So it's not like top-notch high-end, but it's not bad as well. So it's just pretty much the average standard you will find there. But a lot of apartments have been refurbished and upgraded. So you'll find some very nice apartments there as well that are more like luxurious and high-end when it comes to finishing materials and so on. For 1 bedroom apartments, depending on the view, obviously if you have direct beach view, it's more expensive than you have street view because there's a street right in the middle, and it's going to be around $2,500 and upwards for 1 bedroom apartments, and I would say $3,500 and upwards for 2 bedroom apartments. So yeah, just more expensive than the other areas, but you have more exclusivity. Next area are actually 3 areas. I will combine them. They're a little bit different, but for me, it's quite the same if you look at the overall picture of it. And that's downtown, Business Bay, and DIFC. It's basically the heart of Dubai, if you want to consider downtown and the DFC the heart of Dubai. It's basically the busiest area, it's the most lively area, and you are directly at the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall, and all the other main attractions. So it's quite busy. A lot of residents are there, but also a lot of tourists are there. So if you like it busy and you want to have the big city life, then definitely move to Dubai downtown or the DIFC or Business Bay. Business Bay is a little bit more calm, I would say, and it also has the canal view. So it's a little bit more tranquil in some sense. But I would definitely say it's still busy, and downtown and DIFC is quite busy. The biggest pros is obviously you have the greatest infrastructure, so everything is there from hospitals, schools, malls, whatever you need, you have it there. The con is it's quite busy and it can be expensive. It's not the most expensive area, but it can be, and depending on the building, depending on the view, so the prices vary greatly, honestly, because there are different developers in downtown. So if you have something from Omniad, it's definitely going to be a lot more expensive than if you have something from Emaar and so on. So there's a lot of different developers and you have different apartments with different amenities. So I can't give you a general recommendation because it definitely depends. You can live quite cheaply in Dubai downtown if you want to, or even more in Dubai Business Bay. but it, like I said, depends on the building, depends on the developer and the amenities, the view, etc. So yeah, the only thing I would say, DIFC is quite expensive overall, so you will not find cheap apartments there. And yeah, if you're a finance professional, you might want to move there because obviously all the banks and the financial institutions are located there because it's the DIFC, and you also have probably the best restaurants in Dubai. So if you like that, then move to Dubai DIFC or Downtown and Business Bay, which are all in basically the same area. Next area is something completely different, and that is Al Barari. Al Barari is basically the oasis of Dubai. There's so many trees, greenery. It doesn't feel like Dubai at all, to be honest. It's a little bit far away from everything, so you need to drive to downtown or the Palm Jumeirah at least 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, depending on the traffic and the day. But it was built for exclusive green living, more European-like living, if you will. So you have a lot of greenery, you have ponds, some small lakes, and it's very spaced. Doesn't feel as crowded, for instance, as some other parts, especially downtown, or maybe even Creek Harbour, where there's a lot of buildings at a small space. So it's very spaced out. You have villas, you have townhouses, you have apartments, you have even studio apartments, as far as I know. So basically you have something for everyone. It's more expensive, it's more exclusive, and you definitely pay for that. So it's not affordable. I can really recommend it for families or for everyone who likes peace. It's very peaceful. It's even more quiet and peaceful than Dubai Hills. There's a lot less buildings there as well. So if you like that, then definitely go there. But yeah, be aware, it's definitely going to be more expensive. And I will put some pictures in the video so you can see. It looks very, very nice and it's very peaceful. Sometimes I go there on the weekend. There's a great restaurant there called The Farm. You can hear the water running, and yeah, it's just a very peaceful environment. You're surrounded by trees and everything. So yeah, very tranquil. And if you like that, then definitely consider moving there. Next area, very special and close to my heart because I love Montenegro. I'm not from Montenegro, but I love the country, and especially Tivat. It's a great area. And what Dubai did is they built Tivat, which is a very exclusive city in Montenegro, one of the biggest yacht harbors in the area. Or actually the marina is built for the biggest yachts in the world. Interesting fact. And that's why a lot of super rich people go there. All the celebrities have apartments there, like Novak Djokovic. And what they did in Dubai, they took this concept and applied it to Port El Amir. I've been to both places. It looks very similar. You have low-rise buildings. It's very calm. You have a marina. You have a beach there. It's very exclusive. It's a lot more quiet than most areas in Dubai, probably one of the most quiet areas. The buildings are low-rise. They're only 3 to 4 stories high, so there's no skyscraper, nothing like that. There is some houses, there are some townhouses, but it's limited. It's mostly apartments. I personally like it a lot. The location can be quite tricky for some people because it's not so far away from downtown, but from all the rest, because it's more in the north side of Dubai and it's directly on the beach. So if you like beach or if you have a yacht, you can park it there. So yeah, depending on your needs, I personally like it. I didn't move there because of the location, so that was the only downside for me, because from what I do from my day-to-day living, it was not close by to where I want to go to. It's also quite far away from most of the schools. That's the only downside, but it's still a very nice area. I like the apartments, and the developer was Miras, which is considered not the best developer, not the most expensive, but still one of the better developers in Dubai. So yeah, definitely great area. Dubai City Block has also been developed by Miras, so that's another example. So yeah, I overall like the developer. The building quality is nice, and yeah, it looks very European if you go there. I think everybody will like it, but the location can be a downside. And of course, it's definitely more pricey than Dubai Hills, Creek Harbour, and some other ones. So I would say for a 1-bedroom apartment, it will set you back around 2,500 to 3,000 almost per month if you want to have a nicer view on the marina or the beach. So yeah, just want to make sure that you're aware of that, and the apartments are not the biggest. Just be aware of that. Next area is something different, and that is JVC and JBT. Those are very similar, a little bit different, but the whole concept is similar. It's quite cheap, but still sort of central. So you're not too far away from Marina or Palm Jumeirah. Maybe a little bit more far away from downtown, but the area is not too bad when it comes to the overall location. So especially if you want to have a studio apartment, you will get one around $1,000 and upwards. So it can be quite cheap, 1.5 you can get in an apartment. So it's quite cheap compared to all the other areas. It's actually the cheapest areas from all the ones I just mentioned. So if you're on a budget, if you're a young professional moving to Dubai, you're just about to start your life in Dubai, this can be a great location. There's a lot of different development going on, so it's quite busy when it comes to construction. That's something you definitely want to consider. And building quality varies a lot. There are so many different developers in JBC. It isn't a massive community like all the other ones I just mentioned, where one developer basically developed the area, which gives it more like structure and strategic planning. It's a little bit all over the place, in my opinion. You will have a lot of different buildings, varies greatly, but overall it's a great starting point for Dubai if you're on a budget and you don't want to live too far away from everything. It's still a great area in my opinion. From my experience, and that is Damac Hills 2 especially, and Arabian Ranges. Those two are villa communities, so a lot of people move there if you want to live in a house or even a townhouse and are on a tight budget. So if your main requirement is you want to have a townhouse or even a house, but you want to live on your own and you don't have a lot of money to spend, then definitely consider those two areas. Obviously, they're far away from pretty much everything, so expect a lot of driving. So at least 30-45 minutes, in my opinion, depending on the day and whatnot, to downtown. Palm Jumeirah is a little bit closer, so I would say 30 minutes up and upwards to Palm Jumeirah and Marina area, but at least 45 minutes on average if you want to go to downtown. So that's something you want to consider. It's also a bit far away from the airport. So yeah, if you're on a budget and the building quality is not the greatest, so just be aware of that, especially if you're coming from Germany, Austria, Switzerland, or maybe some Scandinavian countries, which are known for high quality. Just be aware of that. It's not the most premium area, but it's decent, especially if you're on a budget and you still want to own a house or live in a house, rent a house. It's a great area. There are also some studio apartments. So yeah, it's a very affordable place. So those are the best areas, in my opinion, if you want to move to Dubai. Obviously, there are other areas. Dubai is so big. I haven't talked about other areas like Palm Jumeirah. For me, it's a very special area for only specific people that really want to have that. The ones I mentioned are areas that a lot of people will like. They all have different pros and cons, but definitely look into them. And if you're looking for an apartment, you can contact me. Of course, we will help all our clients find the perfect place for them. And that's it for today. Hope you liked the video. Leave some comments down below if you have more questions, or book a call directly with me if you need a one-on-one consultation. And that's it for today. See you next time.